So we're gonna start the day with some yogurt and a banana because I'm really wanting something sweet. This is my breakfast this morning. All of this for 527 calories. Got 2 eggs, 1 sausage link, half cup of red pepper, half cup of onion, 1 cup of full-fat Greek yogurt with 1 teaspoon agave nectar and a tiny splash of vanilla and coconut extract with a banana on top. Then I got my raspberry tea brewing here, and then 32 ounces. So this is something that I would have had for breakfast before. So a sausage biscuit with egg from McDonald's, 530 calories. Of course, with hash browns. And to be honest, I probably would have had two, but just for one is 140, and a large Coke, no ice, 380. So that's gonna put us over 1,000 calories just for breakfast, 1,040, and that's more than what I eat for breakfast and lunch now. So a couple days ago, I kind of hurt my back, and then yesterday it got a lot better. I worked out, and then I stretched my back, and then it was good. Then last night I was trying to get Henry to go to sleep, and so I had put him in the backpack carrier, and we went for a walk for a mile. And at the end of that, I noticed my back was kind of starting to hurt again. But then today I woke up and my back hurts on the complete other side. It hurts so bad. I'm laying down right now against a pillow and I have the heating pad on my back, and that it feels fine now. But if I stand up, like it hurts so bad, it hurts to breathe. So I guess I'm spending the day in bed today, or on the couch, I guess, laying down watching movies with the kids because I can hardly stand. But I weighed myself this morning and I was 232.6. I've lost 9.4 pounds so far since March. Today I'm having these 4 chicken nuggets and a giant bowl of peas. They're canned peas, not my favorite. Definitely prefer frozen, but it'll work. There's some butter in there, which I'll track. Yep, this is it. Need something to fill it out, and the only thing I have, anyone else does this, but I eat the vegetables first and then the rest of the food because the vegetables are like my least favorite part. They're totally not becoming my least favorite part, but like this bowl of peas right now, kind of my least favorite part. I really just needed something to fill it out because I didn't want to eat like 600 calories in chicken nuggets, but I needed something else, and all we really had for vegetables right now is peas. We might have something else in the freezer, but our freezer is packed full right now. We had another freezer downstairs, but we had to get rid of it. So now everything's in the upstairs freezer, and it's crazy. We need to get another chest freezer. Hopefully we'll be getting that this weekend. But anyways, so now time to eat my peas and chicken nuggets. So both the babies are actually sleeping right now, so I actually got to eat in peace. Like, oh my gosh, that never happened. But at the same time, I don't know, it's kind of still a trigger for me to binge. Like, I really want to eat a whole lot more, which I haven't even finished my food yet. So of course I want to eat more because I'm not full yet. But anyways, I just been wanting to eat a lot more today. I mean, the past couple weeks have been really good about not like eating a bunch of sweets. Or one of the big things that I noticed was that I would eat a lot before dinner, like while I was making dinner. And since I cut that out, I'm actually losing weight like crazy, right? But I've been doing really good the last couple weeks because we haven't actually had those types of foods in the house. And also, my husband hasn't tried to talk me into Dairy Queen in a couple weeks. And we also like we just haven't been keeping that kind of food in the house, like cookies, ice cream, stuff like that. So it hasn't even been something that I could access. So it really hasn't been that big of a deal. But yesterday, my husband and my oldest went to the store. My oldest needed a haircut, and they stopped at the store to pick up a couple things. And they got 2 packs of Chips Ahoy cookies, which now I'm like obsessing over. I had 2 of them last night, and that was fine for me. But I really want to just get a big glass of milk and eat a whole pack of cookies. I think I'm going to get a glass of milk and just eat 2 cookies. That way, at least the craving is satisfied, and maybe I can just stop thinking. But the kids being asleep is definitely a trigger because then I can just like eat in peace, and so I can eat a lot more. And my husband is also going to be gone tonight. He's going to a concert, so he's already left. He's not going to be back till probably like 1 o'clock in the morning. So that's also another trigger for me because I'm home and the kids will be in bed at 7, and my oldest is at his dad's tonight. So it's just me, and there is bingeable food in the house, and I'm kind of worried about it. I'm just going to spend tonight editing videos and working on my Poshmark stuff. If you don't know, I have a Poshmark closet. I'll link it. It's just like clothes and stuff. It's nothing. Yeah, if you ever want to get on Poshmark, I will link that down below. I sell on Poshmark, and if you need a good side hustle, sell on Poshmark. It's a good way to just get started making a little bit of money from home, kind of learning the ropes about selling online. So yeah, that's just a trigger for me. So I'm hoping I'll be able to just distract myself enough where I can just get through it. And I'm definitely gonna have something tonight. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe make cachava or a yogurt parfait or something that's still yummy, but not a whole pack of family-sized Chips Ahoy cookies, you know what I mean? That is the biggest thing that I have learned this time that I messed up every other time, is that, I don't necessarily have to just keep myself from binging on the food. I replace it with a lower calorie alternative, but something that I like. So I'm not replacing it with like 100 calorie bar. I'm gonna, instead of ice cream or eating a whole pack of cookies, I'm gonna have a blueberry yogurt parfait that made of plain Greek yogurt that I sweeten myself, so it doesn't have so much sugar in it. And it's just, I'm actually kind of learning and seeing how this whole thing happens and how to really make it a lifestyle change and not just a diet. Because I mean, it's my diet. I don't know. I've always thought that was funny about diet, because we say like a squirrel's diet is, nuts and whatever else they eat, or a rabbit's diet is like grass and vegetables that they find. But humans, we call the period of time where we're trying to eat less a diet, when isn't everything we eat just our diet, right? Do you guys get what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that a little weird? Has anyone else thought about that? Maybe I'm crazy. Okay. Anyway, so wish me luck on not binging on. Although, you know what? Another thing that I've learned is I saw another lady who called her channel is Taking Weight Off. She's a little bit ahead of me in the journey. She's, I think, at 16 weeks, and I'm at like 8 weeks or 9 weeks right now. But she talked about, she made up a basket for herself of activities that she can do when she wants to binge eat. And I didn't make up a basket, but I made a list. So every time that I want to eat, I go to my list and I say, okay, what can I do? And usually, like, it's got some hobbies on it, but it's also a to-do list of things that I have to do for like my business, like, go make business Facebook posts, post stuff to Poshmark, like send offers on Poshmark, reply to emails. Like, so I kind of hit two birds with one stone. I feel more productive because I'm crossing things off my to-do list, which gives me the boost that I'm looking for that normally I would get with eating. You know what I mean? You could totally do it with hobbies too, and journaling. Recently I've been keeping a gratitude journal on my phone, and it's super simple because it's just an app, and it just reminds me in the morning and at night. It gives me a prompt, and I just write like one sentence, and it's super easy, and I don't have to think about it because it just like pops up on my phone that I'm already on anyways. I set the alarm to be during the time in the morning and night that I'm already on my phone. So, things that I've learned. Number one, journaling is very important. And this is the same with alcohol too. When I got sober from alcohol 5.5 years ago, that first year I filled up notebooks of stuff, just stuff that was swirling around in my head. And this time I'm doing the same thing. I'm filling up a notebook. I'm keeping my gratitude journal on my phone. And I'm doing daily housekeeping, which, if you're not familiar with AA, you go through the 12 steps, but then the last step, or maybe it's the 11th step, is to do the first 10 every day. So I've been practicing that because I looked into Overeaters Anonymous. I was kind of getting interested in that, but it's literally the exact same thing as AA, except for replace alcohol with food and all the material. But I am going to get their big book and read it because it's got some good stories in there. And then I think I am going to try to go to an online meeting. There's one every Saturday morning. But I don't know, maybe I could find another one that's a day that's better, maybe like in the evening. I think I do want to do that though, check out an Overeaters Anonymous meeting, just because I already have a background in AA, so maybe it'll just be helpful for me to connect with people of the same mindset, doing the same steps, and also working on food, because that's one thing that I was kind of like, well, I've already, beat alcohol. I've already gotten out of the alcohol addiction. I've been out of it for 5.5 years of not actively drinking. Surely I can beat this food thing too, using the same principles. But I wasn't exactly applying it. I wasn't doing everything I needed to do. So the beginning was really hard, but that was the same thing with alcohol too. I tried to quit a bunch of times before I finally quit for the last time. And my first day of sobriety, which was October 2nd, 2018, I was not planning for that to be the last day. I had to do some things for court, and so I could not drink that week, but I figured as soon as I could drink again, as soon as I wasn't out of trouble anymore, I was going to drink again. And then the night that I could actually drink again, which was 3 months later, almost exactly. Actually, I think it was a little over 3 months. Was it October, November, December, January? Yeah, it was a little bit over 3 months, about 3.5 months. And when the day that I could drink again, I struggled. I wanted to. I almost did. I wanted to. I wanted to so bad. But I sat there and I wrote like 10 pages in my notebook, just writing out furiously everything that I was thinking, everything that was in my brain. And just, I don't know. I don't really care what anybody else believes. So, don't take this as like me thinking other people have to do this, because I don't care what you believe. I only care what I believe because it's my life. But I was praying to God, and that was the first time that I had actually prayed to God since starting AA, even though the first step is, or no, the second step. The first step is admit we were powerless over alcohol. The second step is give our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. Is that correct? Maybe that is the third step. I don't know. But, that step. I hadn't done that yet. I don't even think I had taken really the first step yet. So that night, I took the first through third, one through three, the first through third step that night. And then I didn't drink again. And then the next time that I really, really wanted to drink was August of that year, or August of 2019, which again, I like kind of could again because of things that happened. So I did the same thing with the writing out furiously and all that, but I also signed up for a back to basics class where I went in and you were paired. It was a newbie, me, paired with someone who had been in the program for like 1, 2, however many years, at least 1 year. And we would go through the steps together. So they would get the opportunity to practice being a sponsor and taking someone through the steps. And then we got the opportunity to go through the steps and also, network and find more people and friends, in AA. So, but once I did that, the back to basics workshop, which was 4 or 6 weeks, I have not seriously wanted to drink again. There have been times where it's popped in my head like, oh, I don't even have to leave the house now to go buy wine. I'm going to sign up for those wine of the month club or whatever. But I never have, and I know it's impossible. I cannot just have one drink with dinner. That will never happen. One drink will turn into a drink tomorrow morning, and then that will turn into being drunk all day, every day, and that will turn into my life being ruined. So, yeah, alcohol is a little bit higher stakes than food, but not really, because food can also kill you. Not food, but being overweight can kill you, like long term. I have really bad family history. I have really bad family history with heart attacks, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes. But I did not know that until just December of 2022. Literally New Year's Eve was when I found all that out. So I don't know. So if you're watching this and like you're at the beginning of your journey still and you are thinking, I try and I wake up in the morning and I want to do good, but then nighttime comes and I'm binging, I'm telling you, look, number one, make sure you're eating enough before 4 p.m. Like, you try to split your calories up equally for each meal, 500, 500, 500, and then 500 snacks, or 300 snacks, or however many extra calories you have for snacks. And at least for me, I like to save all my snack calories for after dinner so that I can have a little sweet treat. But you have to make sure with your sweet treat, you're pairing it with protein and you're filling yourself up with other things first. You can have the cookies, but eat your dinner first. Eat a nutritious full meal first and then eat your cookies. That way you're not eating a whole box of cookies. And yes, I am speaking from personal experience from not eating breakfast, eating hardly anything for lunch, then eating dinner, and then eating a whole box of cookies after dinner because I didn't eat enough during the beginning part of the day, and that I wasn't eating enough protein in general. Once I started making sure that my protein was over 100, and now I'm trying to make sure it's over 120, I'm telling you, it seriously was a lot better. But the other thing that really helped me was cutting out the artificial sweeteners. Something about them, they just made me even more hungry than I already was. And I don't know, some people can have the artificial sweeteners, no problem, but me personally, I couldn't. And I also developed stomach problems and also like numbness and tingling in like my arms and legs and hands and feet. So that was really weird, and it's gone away since I've been off that. Although I've been off coffee too. I switched from coffee to green tea, and I feel like the caffeine is a little bit more stable, and also I'm drinking like a quarter of the caffeine that I was. The other thing I would say, if you're watching this and you're just starting on your journey, is don't go into it being like, I'm just going to try to not eat the cookies, or I'm just going to try to not stop at Dairy Queen, or I'm just going to try to not stop at Taco Bell. You have to set yourself up for success. If you know you're going to stop at Taco Bell, don't drive past Taco Bell. If you know you're going to get, eat a whole bunch of ice cream from Dairy Queen, do something else instead. Don't drive past there, or make a yogurt parfait instead. And you can get, the plain Greek yogurt, sweeten it yourself with a tablespoon of like agave or honey, and it has a lot less sugar, and then add fruit to it. So you got the fiber, and you could even put in some protein powder or somehow pair it with protein, like eat a couple hard-boiled eggs with it. And that'll go a long ways into, like, it is sweet because there's fruit in it, and it's still sort of similar to ice cream, and it kind of has a similar fat content, but there's much less sugar, much less calories, and you can even freeze that too, and make like a frozen yogurt thing. So don't just try to take out the junk food. find the things that you like, play around with it, mess with it. Try different things. Find the things that you like that are lower calorie options. You don't have to just get a 100-calorie bar. Yogurt parfait, well, it's not 100 calories. It's 400 calories. That's still going to be a lot less than going and getting a large Blizzard and a small milkshake from Dairy Queen. Ask me how I know. Okay, ask me how I know. Totally have never done that before. One time I even got a large Blizzard and 2 small milkshakes, and I did eat them in one sitting. But the other thing is just be patient with yourself. I started trying in January. It is May 1st today, and I am just now down 9 pounds, but I'm down a lot more inches, and I've increased from being able to barely walk 1 mile in 30 minutes to being able to easily walk 3 miles in 60 minutes. So I cut off 10 minutes per mile, and now I can do it easily, and my ankle doesn't hurt anymore. I was really struggling with my ankle hurting, but I think I just strengthened it enough with just being consistent. And trust me, there's been weeks during this process, even kind of like almost the whole month of February, where I was just falling off the wagon constantly. I was still binging every night, but I was trying. And every single morning I woke up and I said, okay, I did that yesterday. This is what I'm going to do today to make it better. And now, May 1st, I can actually say it's been a lot easier sticking to my calorie counts. It's been a lot easier eating the vegetables and the healthy foods. It's been a lot easier to portion control so I can still have the things I want, but also balance it with the things I need. It's just been a learning experience, and I've been patient with myself and giving myself grace. And just every day, I just get up and I just think about today. How is today going to go? And then if today doesn't go good, I don't starve myself tomorrow. I don't beat myself up tomorrow. Today's over. Whatever. We're moving on. And then tomorrow I wake up and okay, how can I be better today? How can I stay healthy today? What can I eat today that's healthy? So anyways, I hope you enjoyed all of my recent revelations that I rambled on about to you, and wish me luck on not binging tonight.